Ever since his mini rework in patch 12.9, Olaf has been quite a strong pick in the meta. This fearsome Viking is the worst nightmare of any jungler or top laner that has a weak early game. So today, we're gonna take a look at the best Olaf counters. First of all, as always, let's take a general look at his weaknesses, since you won't always be able to counterpick him. Now, as we all know, Olaf is extremely strong in the early game. Avoid fighting him one-on-one in the first couple levels, even if it means sacrificing a Scuttle Crab or some CS. Grievous wounds are necessary if you want to take this beast down, since he heals a lot from his passive and the items he builds. Olaf also doesn't really have any real gap closers apart from just running straight up at you, so try to kite him as much as possible. Slows, roots, and basically any type of immobilizing CC will do the trick as long as he doesn't have his ult up, so keep an eye on its cooldown. For the actual counters, we start off our list with Kha'Zix. Now we all know how busted Kha'Zix is. Any champion that tries to fight him 1 vs 1 is in for a nasty time. Unfortunately for Olaf, most jungle skirmishes are 1v1, except for say maybe a level 1 invade or an objective fight, which means that most of the time he's going to have to fight you in your comfort zone. While the early levels favor Olaf, once you hit 6, you should be able to comfortably take him on. You can burst Olaf before he has the chance to lifesteal back up, and even if the Viking turns the fight around, just go invisible and jump away to save yourself. Just like in Pokemon, this brute's fighting type attacks are not very effective against bug types. Now, after the changes, Olaf is also a top tier top laner. So here's a counter for that lane as well. The Grand Duelist, also known as Fiora, is honestly not a pick that should surprise you, since she counters like pretty much everything at this point. I mean really, like percentage, max HP, true damage, a dash that lets you kite Olaf, a W to basically erase any ability from the game for 0.75 seconds, an auto attack reset, and healing on her ultimate. Do we have to explain why she's one of the best 1v1 champions in the game? Just don't be brain dead and stand still while autoing Olaf. That's never gonna beat him. Instead, proc his vitals and go for short trades that favor you with Q, E, and W. And then, once he's low, go for that all-in with your ultimate. He won't know what hit him. And lastly, we have Trundle. Yes, dude that writes something about Trundle in every single one of our Rift feed videos. We see you. Since we already did a counter for the jungle and one for the top lane, guess what? Trundle can be both a top laner, which we have a guide on and you should totally go check out now, or a jungler, so this is basically a 2-for-1 tip. Now, remember how we just said that staying still while autoing and not kiting Olaf wasn't a good idea? Well, with Trundle it might just work. Trundle is another 1v1 beast, and lethal tempo will have you hitting Olaf like you're an anime protagonist. Trundle's Q will steal AD, so poor little Olaf will pretty much just be tickling you. And if lethal tempo wasn't enough, W will make sure that you stack even more attack speed, because you can never have enough attack speed. You get attack speed, you get attack speed, everybody gets attack speed. And when he runs away with his tail between his legs, just cut off his escape path with a giant block of ice. Lastly, your ulti will suck his stats, making him even weaker and yourself stronger. And that's about it for our guide on how to counter Olaf. We hope you enjoyed it, and until next time.